Welcome back to Pulse with Robin. If this is your first time here, my name is Robin. I am a certified Pilates instructor and I post weekly Pilates videos right here on my channel. Today we're doing a full body slow and controlled Pilates sculpt, focusing on those slow movements, finding a pace where we find stability through our core and our pelvis. I will be using a light set of hand weights. These are 2-pound dumbbells. Your props in Pilates are always optional, so choose what feels best for you today. We will start with a quick warm-up. We're going to start standing today at the back of your mat, planting down through those heels, finding length through the spine, standing up nice and tall. Our hands wrap around those ribs. Our fingers are long on those front ribs. Our thumb is grasped around those back ribs. Finding our nice Pilates breath here. Eye gaze is forward. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling those ribs expand out and back on those inhales. Softening the ribs together and down on those exhales. Good. Last breath here. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Reaching those arms up and overhead. Right hand grabs that left wrist. Deep breath in. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, tucking chin to chest. Start to slowly roll yourself all the way down, rounding through that spine, one vertebrae at a time, holding at the bottom. Let those arms hang heavy through the heels. Press your hips to the wall behind you. Drawing the belly button in and up, pausing here for a few rounds of breath. Tucking chin to chest, slowly rolling all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last, roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead, left hand over that right wrist. Deep breath in. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, restack through center. Exhale, tucking chin to chest, diving forward, finding a forward fold, rounding through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. We pause at the bottom. Arms hang heavy. We're heavy through the heels. We press the hips to that wall behind you. Drawing the belly button in and up. Core is staying engaged. Connecting those hands to your mat, start to walk yourself out to a nice, strong, high plank. Up on those hands, up on those toes. Finding our neutral spine here, pressing the mat away, drawing the belly button in and up. Shoulder blades separate. Deep breath in. Exhale, press the hips high and back to downward dog. Walk those hands in one step, walk those feet in one step. Pedaling out those legs, bending one knee and then the other. Biceps are framing the ears, really pressing that opposite heel down into the mat. Last 4, 3, 2, and when we shift forward, bending those knees, we find a knee hover. Knees hover an inch off that mat, pressing the mat away. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Bending those knees, shifting forward to that knee hover. Pause for a deep breath in. Exhale, press the hips high and back, downward dog. One more time, shifting forward to that knee hover. We hold. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop the knees down to the mat. Toes are staying tucked for stability. Finding our 4-point kneel, hands under shoulders. Knees under hips, finding our neutral spine here. Press the mat away. Draw your belly button in and up. Deep breath in. Exhale, press the mat away, tucking chin to chest, round your spine, look under. Inhale, slowly arching one vertebrae at a time. Eye gaze comes up. Exhale, press the mat away. Inhale, arch and look up. One more time, strong. Exhale, round and look under. Slow inhale, arch and look up. Resetting that neutral spine through center. Untuck the toes, press your hips back to your heels, reach your arms forward. Actively walking those fingertips to the top of your mat, peeling the elbows up. Pausing here for a few rounds of breath. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last round of breath. Coming up to that 4-point kneel. This is where we're going to start today. Grabbing a hold of one of those weights. It's coming into the right hand. Our hands are under our shoulders. Knees are under our hips. Tucking those toes. Pressing the mat away. Draw your belly button in and up. Find that knee hover. Inhale, little tap down. Exhale, knee hover. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Holding in our next knee hover. Press the mat away. Hold. Rotate those knees to the right. Reach that weight up. Stacking those shoulders. Eye gaze follows. We come back to that knee hover. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Open up. Find that knee hover. Little tap. Little lift. Good. Keeping those hips down, not piking the hips here. Last one. Knees tap down and hold. Flex the left toes. We find a row with that right arm. Press the left heel to the ceiling. Lower down. Find that knee hover. Open to the right. Back to that hover. Tap the knees. Row the right elbow back. Press left heel to ceiling. Lower. Knee hover. Open up. Keeping our moves today nice and slow. Separating each shape here into its own movement. Good. Last time, opening up to the right. Back to that knee hover. Back to our 4-point kneel. Staying with that row and press. Right elbow stays close to those ribs as you press that left heel to the ceiling. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Next time that left knee comes down, bring it all the way down to the mat. We stack our ribs over our hips, reach that weight overhead. Open the palm to face the mirror. Elbow comes wide, 90-degree bend. Reaching back up. Hinging forward, back to that 4-point kneel. Press heel to sky, elbow to sky. Back down, restack, reach that weight overhead. Out to goalpost arm. Exhale, reach. 4-point kneel. Exhale, row and press. Inhale, release. Restack. Open up. Exhale, press. Drawing those ribs together and down in that press rather than letting them flare. Good. We add on in our 4-point kneel. Row and press, hold, point the toes, extend the arm and leg, flex the toes, bend weight to shoulder, heel to glute, lower down, restack, reach up, open that elbow out. Exhale, lift. 4-point kneel, row and hold, extend, and bend. Bring it down, restack, reach, open to goal post, extend. Taking that second to switch between a point and flex in that leg, keeping that leg active. Row, point the toes, extend, flex the toes and bend. Good. Last one here. Come into that 4-point kneel, extend the leg and arm, and bend. Extend and bend. Keep it slow. Those hips are staying square to the mat. Our right toes are tucked under for stability. Next time you extend, hold. We tap the leg and arm. Exhale, lift. Inhale, little tap. Exhale to lift. Good. We hold at the top in 3. Final 2. Last one, lift and hold, tiny pulses up and up. We go for 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing down, press your hips back to your heels, reaching your arms forward. Nice active child's pose. Good, we're coming down on our back before we repeat that series on the other side. Bringing both weights with you, having them on either side of your mat. Feet are planted on the mat about a hand's distance away from those glutes. Knees are bent. Finding our imprinted spine, tilt your pelvis up, press that low back heavy into the mat. Grabbing those weights in each hand, we stack them over the shoulders. Palms are facing forward. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press your hips up. Inhale, tap your hips down. Exhale, press up through those heels. Inhale, slowly lower and tap. Pausing for a second at the top, drawing those ribs together and down. Keeping that belly button pulled in and up. Holding at the top in 3. Lift and hold in 2. Good. Press your hips up and hold. Shifting that weight into the left heel. Right knee comes into tabletop right over that hip. Right toes are pointed. That shin is parallel to the ceiling. We lower those hips halfway down. Exhale, press up through your left heel. Lower those hips halfway. Exhale, lift. Keeping it nice and slow. Those hips are staying level. So we're not twisting from side to side. Reach those weights to the sky. We hold in 3. Meeting at the top in 2. Good. Last one, press your hips up and hold. Bending that left elbow to tap the floor, we tap the right toes down. Exhale, right knee over that hip, reach that weight to the sky. Inhale, elbow taps, right toe taps. Exhale, press and lift. Our hips are staying lifted. We find a 90-degree bend through that left elbow, tapping it down. We keep a 90-degree bend through that right knee, hinging at the hip to tap those toes. Good. We lift and hold in 3. Don't drop those hips. Last 2. Last 1. Stack that right knee over that right hip. Continue with that left arm bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, tap the elbow down. Exhale, extend. Last 3. We pulse the hips in 2. Last 1, bend. Extend, hold it here, reach those weights to the sky, press up through that left heel. Tiny pulses up and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those hips down, set the weights to the side, hug those knees into your chest. Finding a little rock here from side to side. Good. Keep hugging that left knee in, extending the right leg long, hovering off the mat. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Press that low back into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, extend the left leg, draw the right knee in. Good. Exhale, switch. And switch. Those shoulder blades are peeled up off the mat. We have a little tuck of chin to chest. Eye gaze is forward. We're soft through those hands, using those low abdominals to pull that knee in towards your chest rather than drawing it in with those hands. Next time you hug the left knee in, hold, draw the right knee in to join. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, extend both legs long, reach the arms up and overhead. Draw the knees in. Exhale, extend. Those biceps frame those ears. As you extend, our low back is staying heavy into the mat, so only lowering those legs as far as you can without losing that imprinted spine. Don't drop those shoulder blades down. Good, we go for 3. Last 2. Last 1, extend and hold. Good, we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down, hug those knees in, find a little rock from side to side. We're going to repeat that whole series on the other side, starting up in our 4-point kneel. Let's find a few rounds of cat-cow here. First, finding our neutral spine. Press the mat away, draw the belly button in and up. Shoulder blades separate. Deep breath in. Exhale, press the mat away, tucking chin to chest, round your spine, look under. Inhale, slowly arching one vertebrae at a time. Eye gaze comes up. Exhale, press the mat away, round and look under. Inhale, arch and look up. One more time, strong. Exhale, round and look under. Slow inhale, arch and look up. Resetting our neutral spine, grabbing that weight into the left hand this time. Tucking our left toes, tucking both toes here under, pressing the mat away. We find that knee hover. Inhale, little tap down. Exhale, lift. Super small movement here, moving with lots of control, especially on that lower. Actively pressing the mat away. Good, getting ready to find that rotation, holding that knee hover. Rotating to the left, reach that weight up, stack the shoulders, eye gaze follows. Slowly come back to that knee hover. Inhale, little tap. Exhale, lift. Open up to the left. Stack the shoulders, eye gaze follows. Come back to the knee hover, little tap, little lift. Moving slow here, separating each shape into its own movement. Good. Next time your knees tap down, hold there. We row the left elbow back, press the right heel to the ceiling. Slowly lower down, press the mat away, find a knee hover. Rotate to the left, open up. Back to that knee hover. Tap it down. Row the left elbow, press right heel to ceiling. Back to that 4-point kneel. Find that knee hover and open up. Good. Using that breath here. Exhale, row and press. Inhale to lower. Exhale, knee hover. Inhale, twist. Exhale, open up. Good. So strong. Last two. Last one. We come back to our 4-point kneel and hold. Row the left elbow, press right heel to ceiling. Lower to a hover. Exhale, press. Inhale to lower. Good. We add on in 3. Restack ribs over hips in 2. Last one, lift and lower. Hinging up, reach that weight overhead. Open that elbow out wide, goalpost arm. Exhale, press. Come back to that 4-point kneel. Row the left elbow, press right heel to sky. Lower down. Use that core, draw the ribs together and down to stack those ribs over the hips. Exhale, press. 4-point kneel. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Use that breath. Good. We add on in that 4-point kneel. Find your row and hold. Point the toes, extend the arm, extend the leg. Bend the elbow, flex the toes, squeeze heel to glute. We lower down. Stack ribs over hips. Open to goalpost. Exhale, extend. 4-point kneel. Find that row. Extend. And bend. Lower down. Restack. Open that elbow up. Exhale, press. 4-point kneel. Taking that second to switch between the point and flex in that toe. Keeping that leg active. Again, we're moving at a pace here where we find stability through our torso and through our core. Avoid using any momentum. Avoid any swaying from side to side. Good. Last one here. We meet in that 4-point kneel. Leg and arm are extended. Good. We flex the toes, bend. Point the toes, extend. Adding in that arm extends back with that leg. We draw weight to shoulder, squeeze heel to glute. Extend and hold in 3. Last 2. Last one here, extend and hold. We tap the weight, tap the right toes. Exhale, lift. That left arm is staying nice and close to those ribs. Checking in on our shoulders and chest, press the mat away. We have a neutral spine. Squeezing from that tricep, squeezing from the glute, avoid arching that spine. We lift and hold in 3. Last 2. Lift and hold, tiny pulses up and up for 5, 4, final 3, 2, and 1. Drop that weight, press your hips to your heels, reaching those arms forward. Coming back down on our backs for our glute bridge series. Finding that imprinted spine. Feet are flat on the mat, knees are bent. Tilt your pelvis up, press your low back heavy into the mat. We have a weight in each hand, palms facing forward. Reach those weights to the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press your hips up. Inhale, lower, tap your hips down. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Pressing through the heels. Pausing for a second at the top, drawing those ribs together and down. Good. Next time you press your hips up, holding at the top. Shifting that weight into our right heel. Left knee comes up to tabletop. We lower the hips halfway down. Exhale, press up through the right heel. Inhale, lower halfway. Exhale, lift. Good. That left shin is parallel to the ceiling. Left knees over the left hip. We point those left toes. Lift and hold in 3. Last 2. Press your hips up and hold. Bending the right elbow out. We tap that elbow to the side, tap the left toes down. Exhale, extend the right arm, left knee stacks over the hip. Inhale, tap the right elbow, tap the toes. Exhale, extend. That right elbow is coming to a 90-degree bend. That left knee staying at a 90, hinging at the hips to tap those toes. Good, last 3. Don't drop those hips, pressing through that right heel for 2. Last 1, tap. And lift, just work through that arm. That knee is bent over the hip. Tap the right elbow. Exhale, extend. Don't drop your hips. Knit those ribs together. We go for 3. We pulse those hips in 2. Last 1, tap. Extend and hold. Press those hips up and up, pulsing through that right heel. We go for 3. Final 2. And 1. Lower down. Set those weights to the side. We hug the knees into the chest. Find a little rock from side to side. Good. Keep hugging that right knee in, extending the left leg long. It hovers off the mat. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Deep breath in. Exhale, extend the right leg, draw the left knee in. Exhale, switch. and switch. We're pointing the toes. We're using those low abdominals to draw the knee in rather than pulling it in with that hand. We're super soft through those hands on the shin. Last little bit of work today. Good. Next time you draw the right knee in, hold. Left knee bends in to join. Deep breath in. Exhale, extending both legs long, reach the arms overhead. Draw the knees in. Exhale, extend biceps, frame the ears. That low back is staying heavy into the mat. Only lowering those legs as low as you can without losing your imprinted spine. You're almost there, keeping those shoulder blades up. We go for 3. Good, we hold in 2. Last one, extend and hold. Can you curl up 1 extra inch for 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing down. Plant those feet nice and wide on your mat. Knees are bent. We drop the knees to the left. Pull those knees back up through center. Drop those knees to the right. Little knee swipes here from side to side. Good. Hug those knees back in towards your chest. Find a little rock from side to side. Keep hugging the left knee in. Extend the right leg long on your mat. Grab behind the left leg, reaching left foot to ceiling. Find little ankle circles in both directions. Good. Hugging the left knee back in. Right knee bends in to join. Little rock from side to side. Keep hugging the right knee in. Extend the left leg long on your mat. Grab behind the right leg, reaching right foot to ceiling. Find little ankle circles. Hugging that right knee in. Left knee bends in to join, crossing that ankle over the other ankle. Hands come behind the thighs. We start to rock ourselves forward and back. Eventually coming all the way up to seated. Legs are crossed, spine is long. Stretching out those arms. Pull that left arm across your chest, spreading those fingers nice and wide. Good. Relax the arms down, switching sides. Pull that right arm across your chest, spread those fingers wide. Relax the arms down, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, reach the arms up and overhead. We find one last big deep breath in, find length. Exhale, let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment what you want to see next. I will see you next Wednesday.